Dear students, today we shall solve another numerical example based on expected monetary value criteria, which we are studying as a part of decision making under risk. So our second example is like this. The management of a company is faced with the problem of choosing one of the three products that it wants to manufacture. The potential demand for each product may turn out to be good, moderate, or poor. The probabilities of each of the states of nature were estimated as follows. So we are given that there is a company and the management of that company is faced with the problem of choosing one of the three products. They have three products, X, Y, and Z, and they also know that there are three states of nature: good, moderate, and poor demand, potential demand for the three products, and the corresponding probabilities are also known to us. That means for the product X, if the market happens to be good, the probability of market happening to be good is 0.7, and for product X, the probability that the demand will remain moderate is 0.20, and probability that the demand will remain poor is 0.10. And if they manufacture product Y, the probability of good demand is 0.5, probability of moderate demand is 0.3, and probability of poor demand is 0.2. If they decide to manufacture product Z, then the probability of good demand is 0.4, probability of moderate demand is 0.50, and probability of poor demand is 0.10. Also, the company has estimated their expected profit or loss in rupees under the three states of nature. That means if the demand is good, the company expects to make a profit of 30,000. If the demand is moderate, they expect to earn a profit of 20,000. And if the demand remains low or poor, they expect to earn 10,000. Here there is a negative value. That means if for the product Z, if the market remains good, they will earn a profit of 40,000. If the market remains moderate, they will earn a profit of 10,000. And if market remains poor, they will lose 15,000 rupees. Now, using this information, we are expected to prepare, we are required to prepare the expected table, and we need to advise the management about the choice of product. So this is a decision making situation. The company has three alternative products. They have three possible state of nature. They also have the sufficient information about the probabilities of the different state of nature, and they also know the payoff value for the combination of product and the state of nature. Now to solve this problem, we will first construct the expected profit table, and then we will calculate the EMV value for the alternative products. So using the information given in the question, we construct this expected profit table. We already have this information. We have three different state of nature, three different products are there, and the probabilities of the different state of nature for each product and state of nature combination is given. It was given that if we make product X and the market happens to be good, there is 70% chance, or there is a 0.7 probability that the market will be good. And if we make product Y, there is 50% chance, or 0.5%, 0.5 is the probability that the market will remain good. And if we decide to make product Z, there is a 40% chance that the market will be good. So accordingly, all these informations have been given and we have just listed it in a table. Then the conditional profit was also given. Conditional payoff values were also given in the question. It was given that if we are manufacturing product X and the market is good, in that case we are expected to earn a profit of 30,000 rupees. Similarly, it was also given that if we manufacture product Z and the market remains poor, then we are going to lose 15,000 rupees. So all this conditional payoff values were also given in the question. Now, using this information, we will calculate the expected profit for each product. Alternative, these products are actually the alternative decisions. So for the first alternative decision, if we make product X and the market remains good, the demand remains good, which has a probability of 70% or 0.70, and the conditional payoff is 30,000. So the expected profit of the company will be 30,000 multiplied by 0.7, that is 21,000. Similarly, if the company decides to manufacture product X and the market remains good, that is the demand in the market remains good, which has a probability of 0.5, that is there are 50% chances that the market will be good, the demand will be good, and the conditional profit in that case is 60,000 rupees. Conditional payoff rather is 60,000 rupees. So the expected profit will be 60,000 multiplied by 0.5, that is 30,000. Similarly, if the manufacturer decides to manufacture product Z and if the market remains good, that means the demand remains good, which has a probability of 0.40, that is 40% chances there that the market will remain good, and in that case the conditional payoff is 40,000 rupees. So the expected profit will be 0.4 multiplied by 40,000, that is 16,000. Similarly, we can calculate the expected profit for different combinations of the state of nature and alternative products. So we can calculate these value. Here this is a loss value, expected loss value. Now using this information, the expected profit values, we can calculate the expected monetary value. So for the decision alternative X, the expected monetary value is the sum of the product of the payoff and the corresponding probability of state of nature. So here this value is 21,000, then 4,000, then 1,000. For product X, if the market is good, the expected profit is 21,000. If the market is moderate, the expected profit is 4,000 rupees. If the market is poor, the expected profit is 1,000 rupees. So the expected monetary value of decision X is 26,000, which is sum of these three expected profit values. Similarly, if he takes the decision of making product Y, the EMV value is 43,000, which is sum of these three values. Then for the alternative product Z, the expected monetary value comes out to be 19,500. So once again, looking at this table, we can find that the maximum EMV value is 43,000, which corresponds to the alternative product Y. So since the maximum expected monetary value is 43,000, which corresponds to the alternative product Y, so we can conclude that the management should decide to manufacture product Y. So this is how we take the decision using expected monetary value criteria. Thank you.